Hello everyone, my name is Absidus and welcome back to a new video on the Trickster. This time we are going on an updated Trickster add-on tier list. Long story short, I didn't do this in a long time because last time I did this tier list was during the guide I did like a year ago. Now the add-ons have somewhat changed because two of them got buffed, namely the Lucky Blades and the Waiting for You watch. And also the meta of the game is a lot different compared to 1 year ago, so we have a look into what is actually good playable, not playable, amazing still, and what you probably should not touch. So I make this tier list a little bit different than other streamers probably would make this, or YouTubers, whatever. I will take the most average add-on, the Trick Pouch, and use that as my center of the tier list. Everything will be measured towards the Trick Pouch and the add-ons before and behind it. I completed the tier list beforehand already. Obviously I have my cheat sheet here, and we will now slowly rebuild this tier list that I made like 20 minutes ago and recorded the German stuff and whatnot, and then we see how the add-ons are actually playing off compared to each other, and I hope I can reason everything to a somewhat understandable and meaningful way. If you are not on the same page with me on some of these add-ons, please let me know in the comments. I'm open for discussion, obviously, as usual. This is my opinion on how the add-ons are playing right now, working out right now, are useful at the moment, whatever you want to call it. I tested a lot of this on stream, so if you want to jump in next time and leave your opinion there already, please leave a follow on my Twitch channel. We usually do tests about add-ons and stuff on the stream already before I make videos like these. So yeah, please leave a follow there, and also subscribe to the YouTube channel for future videos, obviously. Let's getting started on this Trick Pouch as the center of add-ons. Why? Mostly because it's the most mediocre add-on on Trickster. It's not really good, it's not really bad. It never hurts if you take it, but you also never have any negative effect on it. So it's the perfect average add-on in my opinion. If you have a different opinion on that, as mentioned, comments are down there. Leave a comment. I'm open for discussion. 4 additional blades are never wrong, are never bad, but it's also not really super game changing. You maybe save 1 or 2 reloads at best. Another brown add-on that's a lot more troublesome though, memento blades. Don't touch them. It's still the same, it makes your ability worse. In the middle of these is actually the Inferno Wires. The Inferno Wires are a good add-on, give you 25% longer main event, so 12.5 instead of 10 seconds. Problem is just main event right now is really bad, and even though I wanted to make this in the brown add-ons first, I will do the same now that I did in the German version. I just put all the main event add-ons there. I will regroup that in a second. That doesn't much. So Inferno Wires, Lucky Blades, Tequila Moonrock, and Waiting for You watch, all in situational. Why? Main event usually is really strong. It's not the best killer ability that we have in the game, but it's usually really strong. Problem is all 4 of these add-ons, and 3 more add-ons actually, are victims to the current meta. What is happening? Right now we have many survivors that play second chance perks. Second chance perks means that they get an endurance status effect out of basically everything. You have people playing for the people, you have Dead Hard, you have Made for This, you have Soul Guard, you have Off the Record, you have Buckle Up, you have Tenacity combined with Plot Twist, you have everything that gives a second chance in use right now. There are so many people playing second chance perks, it's incredibly stupid. Sometimes you need to injure a survivor 3 times, give them dewound again, and then on the 4th time you chase them, you can actually only down them. It's super ridiculous if people are actually building around that. It's hilarious. The problem on main event is, while you are throwing knives, you're super slow, and every time you put somebody from healthy to injured, or from injured to dewound, they get a damage boost, so they run faster. You don't, because you're still in main event. And therefore these add-ons at the moment are not as good as they used to be a year ago. Even though there are still very decent add-ons, and they could be a tier higher, or maybe some of them even 2. It's currently not because of the current meta. They are just victims to the current playstyle. But we have one brown add-on left, and that's the killing part cards, and that's funnily enough in the same. And as we've done on the browns, we just take the yellow shoes in there as well, the cage touch shoes. Same problem. There are so many perks that make survivors faster at the moment or take more hits, that bit of movement speed is not really helpful. Because if you take the cage touch shoes, you're still slower when rising the knives than a survivor. If you take the cage touch shoes and the killing part cards, you are as fast as a survivor normally would be. If they are injured and have made for this, they still can run away from you on paper. It's super stupid right now. All of these add-ons in the situational tier, and there's one missing still, are victims to the current meta. They are not really actually bad, they are just not usable right now because meta is not allowing it. Movement speed and main event at the moment is not really super helpful. You still see me a lot playing on Inferno wires, because sometimes when people are already injured, you can actually gain a lot of effort or a lot of value out of the main event, but most of the time you can simply play other add-ons, they are more worth it. Taking us to the next yellow add-on, the autograph. The autograph actually is the first add-on that we have in this list that's better than the trick pouch in the current meta. Mainly because you throw knives faster. You get to the highest throw rate one knife faster than on normal circumstances. And throwing knives faster at the moment is super valuable. As mentioned, survivors are running faster, but if you throw your knives faster and you hit them, that's the second condition you need to meet, they can't go around the corner that fast, and you maybe get that extra knife out or two knives out that you're actually requiring to get that extra hit, that extra health state, that extra down, whatever. That's okay. That's actually a really okay add-on right now. Last of the yellow add-ons is the on-target single. And not gonna lie, it's also kinda situational. I want to jump to the Ripper Brace right now, that is one tier better in this case. Why is that? On target hit single, 2 seconds longer less acceleration meter before it decays. Ripper Brace, 3 seconds longer until it decays. Why is the Ripper Brace one tier better? Because the Ripper Brace has, with the extra second, a very special role in the Eerie Photo Card playstyle. You can have 3 extra seconds of exposed, and that's a lot, especially in chases. 2 seconds can also be a lot, don't get me wrong, but if you have the choice, you will always go for the Ripper Brace there, please. It makes it so much easier to play the exposed photo card build. Also, you can combine it with the cufflinks to have longer vision on them, and yeah, Ripper Brace is the better choice in any of these scenarios, so Ripper Brace is a tier higher in that, in my opinion. Alright, next green, we're done on the yellow, next green add-on. That's the Bloody Boar, and that's, in my opinion, still the best add-on. 8 extra knives. You can combine with so many other add-ons to make it even more valuable. No matter if it's the Throws compilation or the Trick Pouch or Fistbin Soda, you get so much value out of that stuff, it's huge. The 8 extra knives are just worth it. Next step, Fistbin Soda, same level as Bloody Boar. In my opinion, still one of the best combinations you can do on Trickster add-ons, because you have more knives, you throw them faster, and especially in the current meta, this is really huge. I don't play it that often because I still limit myself to brown add-ons most of the time, which is kind of stupid, I guess. But it's my favorite add-on combination still. But it's really tackled by the combination of Bloody Boar and Death Throws compilation, and they go ahead there. And also put the Death Throws compilation up there, because the combination of 52 blades and automatic reload after main event is so strong, because you need 5 health states to reach main event, which are 30 blades. You have 52. So if you are not completely messing up and going barrage all the time and missing all your knives, you don't have to reload a single time in a game. Because every time you are full on main event, and even if it's just running out and you use it for a second and cancel it immediately again, you have 52 knives again, even if they were empty before, and it saves you so much time in game. This is same as Bloody Boar and Fistbin Soda, a very strong combination. Bloody Boar and Death Throws compilation. But we have one green add-on left, and that's the Melodious Murder. This is also a victim of the current meta, but it's even worse than the main event and the movement speed add-ons. Melodious Murder lets you reload 25% faster. But there's a perk that gives you even 50% faster reload, that's Iron Maiden. On top of that, you have information if somebody leaves a locker, and in best case you also have a down because the survivors are exposed. And that's where the current meta is coming in right now and why Melodious Murder isn't as good. But as mentioned, a lot of survivors run second chance perks. But also many survivors are running inner healing. And for inner healing they need to enter a locker. And even more also many survivors run build to last and scavenger. And for build to last they need to enter a locker. And then they need to leave it again. So you get a lot of value of Iron Maiden. Vigil isn't seen as often right now, so at least in my experience. So many survivors are fully exposed for 30 seconds, and so you can use that in many situations. Of course it's not a guaranteed down, but still you can use it on a lot of situations. And combining Iron Maiden with other add-ons or other perks gives you a lot more value than playing Melodious Murder. That's why I wouldn't play Melodious Murder at the moment. If the meta changes in the future again, it could be a lot better. It was a lot better in the past as well. But right now I don't see it really playable. Okay, that was the green add-ons. Let's go to the purple ones. Let's start with the most annoying one for me, Edge of Revival album. I still am not a huge fan of it. We tested it a few days ago on stream in combination on the Cut Through You single to try to get survivors hit twice basically. So what I did was I played Edge of Revival album, Cut Through You single, and brought the RPD map offering. And the quote-unquote target was to throw a knife at a survivor so it shatters on the wall behind him and he is close enough to the wall that he gets hit a second time of the scattering effect of Edge of Revival. It works. You only need 4 knives to down a survivor, or to injure or down a survivor instead of 6. But it's so fucking difficult to do. If you practice that a lot, you probably can pull it off, yeah, sure. But what I also figured out is, for some reason, it doesn't work on the floor during chases, because when the blade scatters, it doesn't recognize the second hit anymore. It's only working on walls for some reason, even though the blade shatters on the floor as well. No idea what's going on there, but it worked a lot better on walls than on the floor, and it's not really worth it. So I still don't have a good reason to play Edge of Revival album. If you have issues on aiming, maybe look up the Trickster guide playlist I have on my channel. There's also a guide on how to aim better or how to make it easier for you to aim. Some useful tips on Trickster. Maybe that's better, but this add-on is still a pain. Next we have Cut Through You single. That's good. Especially right now, as mentioned, many second chance perks, many tries to protect other survivors. So you have 2 survivors in a line in front of you very often. So shooting through a survivor, hitting a second one or maybe even a third one can help you. Really good add-on. Especially in the current meta. What's still better though is the trick blades. Trick blades are right now also really good, really helpful. You need to manage to control them. That's the same as in the past. You need to actually be good in controlling these add-ons, to be actually good on using them and get some value out of it. But if you do, it's really strong. Last but not least, the diamond cufflinks, as mentioned, have some really good synergy. I mentioned it before already, like on the Ripper Brace or even on the on-target single, if you actually want to use that somehow. It's really good. You see your survivors for extra seconds, and especially on indoor maps it can help you a lot to track survivors, especially if you have no clue how survivors would react or behave in certain situations. So yeah, you can't do anything wrong on that one, I guess. Last but not least, the iridescent photo card. And I struggled a lot to place that actually. In the end I decided to place it in the okay tier, at the best okay tier. So first of all, it's not a bad add-on per se. I still don't like it, but it's actually okay. It's not the best. Eerie add-on, it's not the best exposed add-on, it's not the best lethal add-on, but it's okay. It's not really terrible. And especially in combination with Ripper Brace or on Bloody Boa as well, it's okay. It's not terrible, but again, if you are already 4 or 5 maps in, it's not so difficult to hit the next one. We had some good games on it, obviously. We had also some terrible games on it, but mostly good games actually. But as I said, I compare all these add-ons to the Trick Pouch and to every other add-on that's on the list. And I shuffled that list around a lot, trust me. Especially the last few days when I tested the on-target single on stream and other stuff. It was super difficult to place all that stuff, but I'm pretty confident that this is, especially linked to the current meta, that this is a reliable tier list, that there is not much you can do better on the lower set add-ons, and that the top add-ons are performing actually. So yeah, as mentioned, if you want to see me test stuff like this on stream, please leave a follow, link in the description. Also, please leave a like and subscribe on the YouTube channel if you like these kind of videos. And yeah, looking forward to see you in the next one. If you have any questions, obviously, or different opinions, please go into the comments, leave a comment, point it out. I'm open for discussion as always. This is just my opinion on my experience and what I see from other players that I follow. So yeah, thanks for watching. Have a good day, night, whatever, and see you in the next one.